Hi 8th grade, I hope you are doing well. Today I bring you Bible time with Mrs. Barr from Thomas's room. Right now, this is the only quiet room in the house. And so, this is where we're gonna talk about Proverbs Chapter 10. I hope you're doing well today, and I just hope that you find this to be encouraging. And let's start with prayer. Dear Lord, we thank you for this day. We thank you for your goodness. We thank you for your guidance and direction and your love. We thank you that you're walking with us, Lord, and I just pray that as we look at Proverbs 10, that we would learn and grow from it, and everything that I say and do would be from you, Lord. I pray all these things in your name. Amen. Okay. Proverbs Chapter 10. Yes, those are toys you see in the background. Proverbs of Solomon. Okay? Proverbs of Solomon. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish son grief to his mother. Let me read that again. A wise son brings joy to his father, but a foolish son brings grief to his mother. Meaning, like, those that do what they should and are seeking wisdom and making good choices, you're going to bring your parents joy. Those that make harmful choices either to yourself or others, like that's going to bring your parents grief. Okay, verse 2. Ill-gotten treasures are of no value, but righteousness delivers from death. Ill-gotten treasures are of no value, but righteousness delivers from death. So things that you've gotten, but you haven't went the right way about getting them, those aren't any good. They don't have any value. But righteousness, doing what's right, doing what's good, doing what's pure, that delivers from death. Okay, verse 3. The Lord does not let the righteous go hungry, but he thwarts the craving of the wicked. The Lord does not let the righteous go hungry. So those that are doing what is right and good, he's there for them. But he thwarts the craving of the wicked. Like he blocks those that are doing wicked and wrong things from getting things that are good. Okay, verse 4. Lazy hands make a man poor, but diligent hands bring wealth. It's pretty self-explanatory. You're lazy, you're not doing what you should, like you're going to be poor. But those hands that are diligent, working hard, that brings wealth. Okay, verse 5. He who gathers crops in summer is a wise son, but he who sleeps during harvest is a disgraceful son. Working hard when you're asked to, working hard when it's in season, like a farmer's not gonna plant something and then not go out and harvest it. They're going to go and get their crop and work hard to get that stuff because that's their livelihood. They're not going to be lazy. So we shouldn't be lazy in the times of when we're supposed to do things. So like if you're supposed to do your homework today, do your homework today. You know, if you're supposed to make your bed today, make your bed today. Don't just be lazy and say, oh, I'll just do that another day. Okay. Okay. Verse 6. Blessings crown the head of the righteous, but violence overwhelms the mouth of the wicked. blessings, good things, those are going to be on the head of the righteous, but violence overwhelms the wicked. Like, those that are doing wicked things, those that are living a life that they shouldn't, like, violence is going to overtake them. Verse 7, the memory of the righteous will be a blessing, but the name of the wicked will not. So those that are doing good, those that are doing uplifting, like, people are going to want to remember them. And, like, they're going to be remembered for generations. But, the name of wicked people, like, those are names that are not easily remembered. Okay, verse 8. The wise in heart accepts commands, but a chattering fool comes to ruin. We're supposed to accept guidance and direction, accept commands, and not just be like, da-da-da-da, this is what I think, da-da-da-da, and not listening to advice and guidance and direction and wisdom. Verse 9, the man of integrity walks securely, but he who takes crooked paths will be found out. The man of integrity, the man that's doing what's right, he's walking securely. He's walking on a good path. But he who takes the crooked paths, they're gonna have consequences for what they're doing, is essentially what that says. Verse 10, he who winks maliciously causes grief, and a chattering fool comes to ruin. If you're focused on somebody maliciously and you're just focused on, I'm just going to harm them, like, that is going to cause grief. It's going to cause pain. And again, those that are keep talking and talking and talking and all they're doing is talking, they're going to come to ruin. Like, they're not going to survive. Okay, verse 11. The mouth of the righteous is a foundation of life, but violence overwhelms the mouth of the wicked. A righteous person, what they say is good, it produces life, but violence overwhelms the mouth of the wicked. Like, those that their heart is not set on God and they're not focused on God, like, all they're gonna know is just doing bad things. There's not gonna be good. Okay, verse 12. Hatred stirs up dissension, but love covers over all wrongs. Hate is going to cause conflict, but love covers things and makes it all good. I lost my place. Okay, verse 13. Wisdom is found on the lips of the discerning, but a rod is for the back of him who lacks judgment. Wisdom is found on those that are thinking, they're trying to discern what's right, think about what's right. But there's consequence for the back of those that lack judgment, that aren't thinking, that are just acting. Okay, verse 14. Wise men store up knowledge, but the mouth of a fool invites ruin. It's pretty self-explanatory. 15. The wealth of the rich is their fortified city, but poverty is the ruin of the poor. The rich have all these things that they build up, and that's theirs, but then the poor, they have nothing. The wages of the righteous bring them life, but the income of the wicked brings them punishment. What the righteous are looking for, like, that's going to produce life. That's going to be a good thing. But the wicked, like, all they're going to have is punishment and grief. Verse 17. He who heeds discipline shows the way to life, but whoever ignores correction leads others astray. Verse 18.
He who conceals his hatred has lying lips, and whoever spreads slander is a fool.
So if you hate somebody and you're just like hiding it, like that can cause problems. But then he who spreads and says bad things about people, then that can cause conflicts as well. Verse 19. When words are many, sin is not absent, but he who holds his tongue is wise. Those that are constantly talking, like they're more likely to say something that's going to be sinful, that's not going to be right. But those that hold their tongue, like that are quiet, they're less likely to say something that they'll regret. Verse 20, the tongue of the righteous is choice silver, but the heart of the wicked is of little value. The lips of the righteous nourish many, but fools die for lack of judgment. The blessing of the Lord brings wealth, and he adds no trouble to it. A fool finds pleasure in evil conduct, but a man of understanding delights in wisdom. Saying those that say good things, like that's going to lift them up, that's going to be there for them. Those that are wicked, aren't doing what they're supposed to do, they have little value. The lips of the righteous are good, but fools lack judgment. But the blessing of the Lord brings wealth. It adds no trouble to their life. A fool finds pleasure in evil conduct, but a man of understanding delights in wisdom. What the wicked dread will overtake him. The righteous desire will be granted. When the storm has swept by, the wicked are gone, but the righteous stand firm forever. So that's saying when conflicts and just difficulties, like those that are doing wicked things, those that are not trusting the Lord, like they're going to be swept away by things that righteous people are going to be able to stand up under, because they have the hope and the trust and the help in the Lord that those that choose not to follow the Lord don't have. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is a sluggard to those who send him. A sluggard, like, it's not smoke in the eyes, that doesn't feel good. Vinegar to the teeth doesn't feel good. A sluggard, somebody that's not willing to work hard, like that's not going to be a good thing. Okay, verse 27. The fear of the Lord adds length to life, but the years of the wicked are cut short. When we're following and we're doing what we should, like, our life is going to be longer. If we choose to do stupid things, you're pretty much taking your life into your own hands, and more than likely your life will be shortened. Okay, verse 28. The prospect of the righteous is joy, but the hopes of the wicked come to nothing. So those that are righteous, those that do what they should, they're going to have joy. But those that are wicked, like, they're going to have nothing. The way of the Lord is a refuge for all the righteous, but it is the ruin of those who do evil. The way of the Lord is a refuge for those that are doing what's right, but those that are doing evil, it ruins them, because God is righteous, and if we're not doing what we should be doing, then we're not going to be able to stand up to him. Okay, verse 30. The righteous will never be uprooted, but the wicked will not remain in the land. The mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom, but a perverse tongue will be cut out. If we're following the Lord and we're in his will and we're doing what he wants us to do, like, he is going to let us stay where he has us until, he's got a different plan for us. Excuse me. But those that are wicked, like, the Lord's not going to let that person continue to, like, sit and be wicked towards other people. Like, he's going to step in and change. The mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom. Those that are righteous, those that are doing what they should, like, that's going to bring wisdom. That's going to bring good things. But a perverse tongue will be cut out. A tongue that is saying things that it shouldn't, a tongue that is bringing people down, like, it needs to be gotten rid of. And the last verse, verse 32. The lips of the righteous know what is fitting, but the mouth of the wicked only what is perverse. Those that are righteous, those that are following the Lord, are seeking his guidance and direction. So they know better of what to say when and when to hold their tongue and just how to go about things. Those that are wicked and are choosing not to follow the Lord, like, they're not gonna know when to say certain things or when not to say certain things or when to just make those choices. And so it's really good that we're seeking the Lord and we're seeking his guidance and direction so that we can make the good choices and make the choices that bring him honor and glory and walk the straight path. So there you go, 8th grade. That is Proverbs Chapter 10, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye. God bless.